is Miss Teresa. Welcome back to Foodie Friday at the Box Springs Library. Today my special guest is my husband John. We are going to make date night garlic lemon chicken. So if you're ready, let's get started. We're going to start off with our chicken breast. You're going to need 4 chicken breasts. You can butterfly them, pound them out. You want them to be about half an inch in thickness, okay? This recipe will make 4. Just keep that in mind. So if it's just the 2 of y'all, then you want to cut it in half. So we're going to start with that. You will need some half and half. Any kind of do. I did get the full fat, but if you want the fat free, you can get the fat free. It is up to you. You will need butter. Make sure you do get butter, not margarine or anything like that. You will need actual butter. You do want the unsalted butter, so make sure that you do check that out. You will need a lemon, a small lemon for garnish, and you're also going to need lemon juice. So if you're using an actual lemon for lemon juice, you can use get 2, but if you're using the lemon juice here, you can use this instead of another lemon. It is up to you. You will need parsley. This is parsley, not cilantro. So just let you know, make sure you get a deal of, this is curly parsley, just whatever parsley they have, Italian, flat, whatever. If you don't have fresh parsley, can't find fresh parsley, you can always use dried parsley. It's just for garnish. It doesn't matter the flavor, okay? You will need a shallot. It is in the onion family. That's where you're going to find it. If you can't find it, if they don't have it, you can either leave it out. If you're not a fan of onions, you can use dried onions, or you can use like a small red onion or a sweet onion. You definitely want it to be sweet. That's why we use the shallot, because it is sweeter than a regular onion, okay? Of course, can't have garlic chicken without garlic. This I already bought. It is the pre-prepared garlic. You can use garlic cloves. You will need 4, right? 4, sorry. You will need 4 garlic cloves, but if you have this, use this. Now we'll go over the differences between this versus cloves as we're going through the ingredients, as we're preparing it, okay? Right now I'm just letting you know what you're going to need, okay? Obviously you're going to need a good old salt and pepper. Make sure you get that. If you have kosher salt, use kosher salt. I did not have that, so I'm going to use regular table salt. That's fine. You're going to need olive oil. Make sure you get olive oil. Any kind will work, extra virgin. This is just the great value kind. There's an extra virgin. Whatever you have, make sure you have olive oil. And then you're going to need chicken broth. Any kind of brand will work, generic, name brand, whatever you have. And then you're going to need some flour. Make sure you have flour because you need that for your roux, okay? We normally serve this over, our family serves it over pasta. Today we're going to be serving it over rice. You can serve it over potatoes, whatever your liking is. If you're into being carb friendly, of course you can use rice cauliflower or anything of that variation, smashed cauliflower, however you want to do it. So if you're ready, let's get started. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Mr. John and we are back. We are ready to get into it, so let's get going. Now, we're going to put our chicken in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to season this side first. A little salt and pepper. I'm doing this side first because I want to get this down into my pan, and then when I come back, I can do the other side. It's important that you get a paper towel and dry off your chicken so it can hold the seasoning better. So a little salt and pepper to taste. This isn't the best cut, but it's still going to taste delicious. I promise you. You want this on medium-high heat, by the way. And these were some really big breast pieces we got, so I butterflied these to make 4 pieces. just a fancy way of saying split it down the middle. Let me get a little room for my last piece. And now we've got our chicken down, so we're going to come over to the other side with a little salt and pepper. All right, we're back. So, like I said, you want about 6 or 7 minutes aside. You want to have a nice brown on it, kind of like that. So, what happens next is we're going to take this out and we're going to set it off to the side. All right, so the French have this fancy term called mise en place. In plain English, that means have your stuff ready to go, because this sauce is going to come together really quick. And if you don't have your stuff ready to go and you're fumbling around measuring, stuff could burn. So here's what's up. We're going to come in with our butter. 2 tablespoons. Our shallot. We're going to stir that around. We're not trying to overly cook these shallots. We're just going to get them nice and browned up a little bit. Get the butter almost melted. Okay, that's looking good. We're going to give it about 10 more seconds, let that butter finish melting, then we'll go to the next step. That next step is going to be your flour. That's going to be 2 tablespoons all-purpose flour. Okay? Now, put that in. Butter and flour together. That's called a what? That's a roux, like Miss Teresa said earlier. So we're going to get that stirred in. Now we want to get our broth in, half cup of chicken broth. This recipe comes to us courtesy of The Kitchen, and that's Kitchen without the E, kind of like weekend without the E. The Kitchen, no E. Sheila Prakash's lemon garlic chicken, or as Miss Teresa and I renamed it, date night chicken. Give this a minute to get going. And of course, we can't have lemon garlic chicken without the lemon juice, 3 tablespoons. And the garlic, it's going to be 4 cloves or 2 tablespoons of the minced garlic. Let's get that in there, get it mixing. Stir all through your pan. If there's any little brown bits, get those up there. That's flavor. Now, if you've got youngsters that don't like onions because they're, quote, nasty, you're not really going to feel these shallots, but they do offer something to the dish. And like Miss Teresa also alluded to, the shallots are going to be a kinder, gentler version of an onion, so it's not going to be quite so biting on a young palate if you do have young palates serving this too. Okay, last thing coming in. 1 cup of half and half. Let's get that going. And stir, and we mix. You can use whole milk if you like, but you need at least the fat content of whole milk. Skim milk or 2% milk is not going to have enough fat content, so you're going to kind of need that to make this nice and creamy and decadent, shall we say. Now this is a nice looking sauce. We'll take just a minute to get that heated through. And then we're going to add our chicken back. You want this going nicely before we add the chicken back. Let it get bubbling just a little bit. Okay, that's good right there. Next, we're going to take our chicken. We're going to add our chicken back in. Okay, give that a nice little stir. All right, guys, we're almost done. Maybe 3 or 4 minutes. We're going to ease the temp down just a hair. Take it down to a medium. Going to go about 3 or 4 minutes. Scoop this over here. Now this is a nice luscious sauce. So you could serve it like Ms. Teresa said, over pasta, mashed potatoes, rice. You can do the riced cauliflower if you want to. I don't really think that even looks or tastes like rice, but that's an argument for another time. So we're going to take about 2 or 3 minutes. Let this warm through. Let that chicken sit in that saucy goodness for a little bit. And you don't have to, but it would kind of be a waste to not have some garlic bread to dip into this most excellent sauce. Okay, that's looking real good. All right, now for the finishing touches. A little parsley over the top. Just hook it up like that. And now these lemons, got some lemon slices that Miss Teresa was nice enough to prepare for me. We're just going to put those over the top. Let that go for about maybe 30 seconds a minute, and we are ready to rock and roll. All right, we are ready to serve. So we have some rice here. Is this the basmati or the jasmine?
Basmati.
This will be the basmati rice. So it looks really good. So we're just gonna grab our piece, set it right in the middle. Nice presentation. And we're going to spoon around just a little bit of that sauce because it's such a great sauce. And we'll do that with the other one. And we'll spoon just a little of this sauce over the top and the sides. And there we have lemon garlic chicken, or as Teresa and I call it, date night chicken. It's going to be a winner. Enjoy. Bon appetit.
Thank you again for joining us for this special edition of Foodie Friday, date night chicken with my husband John. Hope you enjoy, and until next time, bon appetit. Cheers.